We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Tua to throw right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. offensive playbook just opens up. And now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. When you look at this defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Walker. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Charbonnet. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll go with the keeper, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8.
14, Dolphins 6. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. He's still on his feet, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
11-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down and 3. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready. Turbo 1, high.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Riq Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Smith-Njigba. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Smith-Njigba. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A quick throw out to Lockett. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Dolphins 6.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 8-yard line.
44.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Tua. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it with Achane. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go. Achane. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Lockett.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's complete to Lockett. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Ready up.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Now a handoff to Charbonnet. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Leads to second and goal.
Second down, here's Charbonnet. And this time he is in. Zach Charbonnet. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Myers connects on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins 6. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Let's go. Ready.
2 now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dolphins 6.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. He'll look to throw. Now this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw now on first down. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. This is the tight end fan. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second down and a yard. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. That one caught by Rice. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. Rashee Rice, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Michael Dix is the kickoff for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
That's taken it around the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And out of bounds right around the 20.
To Rashee Rice. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 from the 20. Back to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
60 Eagles.
They'll try and run for it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 38 yards. And the Seahawks add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
All right.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Long.
From the gun, it's Tua. Complete to right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Tua going to change the play. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Walker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.